Hi, to the Orania Cinema, please.
Hi. So we're heading to your premiere at the Berlinale. Are you excited? How are you feeling?
I'm very excited to show the film.
Okay.
Finally, it's going to be the world premiere, so really looking forward to see what the people think and how the audience feels. With the new work, it's always exciting to share it for the first time. Yeah.
What are you expecting from the audience? What are you hoping to receive from the audience?
I'm hoping to hopefully share some love
Okay.
and spark some conversation about, I don't know. I mean, I think it can be understood from many sides, the film, but I'm very interested in see how it relates to queer people. As it's a film about, queer sort of understanding of oneself growing up like that and, well, like that, as if it was.
No, okay, got it.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be nice to interact.
Have you already presented anything at any festival, or is this your first time ever?
It's actually my second time in Berlinale.
Oh, okay.
My graduation film, which was only my previous one, also was here in Berlinale Shorts.
Okay.
And it was really, really wonderful and a great opportunity for the work to be appreciated. People here really love the shorts, and even the festival, I think they really put a spotlight on the short film, so it's incredible to have the opportunity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you. The desire is the emotional drive of the film, and you can sort of say that poetry becomes its language. And how did you work with the connection between desire and words and putting that into poetry? With the spell sequence.
Yeah.
There's like a poem. How did you work with that?
Well, I think, at least in my mind, there's something very close about a prayer and a love letter. As when you really are wanting someone to be by your side, or you want to be by their side, but there's like an impediment physically. There's something about words that do remind me of that of someone who is praying to a God. They are really, really longing to be heard and to be accompanied. And there's something about, love letters maybe that I wrote at some point and that are on my phone came in handy and I could use. But yeah, because it's a film about manifestation and about putting a message out there, I think it was interesting for me to explore that dichotomy between a prayer and a love letter. And at the same time it's very lyrical, almost like a poem.
Yes. And your main character is confined in his house, is locked in his house by his mom.
Yep.
But it feels like he's also emotionally and socially trapped. It's like a metaphor, of course. And how did you think about that sense of enclosure while building the story and the character?
So as you said, it's like a literal confinement, involuntary, because she trapped him. But it was really a way to explain just the way that he has had to trap his desire and his feelings and just all of his passions that are pulsating so intensely inside him, but cannot really escape him. Which also explains a little bit of the title, which is Stallion and a crystal ball. I was imagining this stallion, like this animalistic force trying to come out, but it's it's inside like a crystal dome. So there's so much repressed in there that I wanted to represent in the form of something very literal, which is someone who cannot escape their home. Okay. Exactly as a translation of everything that's trapped inside him and cannot escape his physical body. So
was it important for you that we as the audience, we never fully understand why his mom is locking him inside?
Oh yeah, because the mother to me is, is like the symbol of his oppression. I wanted to make her really mysterious, almost like another witch, because in the film, well, of course, there's the main protagonist who is doing his rituals and he's like a witch in a way, and then we have this other man who is disguised fully as a witch with the hat and everything in the fair. But then the mother, to me, she completes in a way like the triangle of witches.
Yes.
But she acts in the shadows very mysteriously, very obscurely and cruelly. And I'm very drawn to characters like that. Okay. Characters who are evil, but you never really exactly know why. I think it's interesting in fiction to create characters like that, but especially because you can defy them and you can defeat them. And there's something satisfying about that, to at least through cinema try to make the good people win.
Okay.
Even if it's, bittersweet.
At least on the screen.
At least on the screen.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, speaking about magic, your film moves between fantasy and reality, a very fascinating way. And I was wondering, why did you choose magic as a language for your story? You know, there's the spell, the potions, the flying sequence, the wizard, the image of the wizard, and what drew you to that kind of language and, you know, to using magic as a way to tell your story?
I mean, in a way, it's based on this fun fair attraction in Spain. Well, in Spain, we have these fairs that travel through the country in the summer. You know, they go to the city, from city to city, and it's always the same people who, you know, they build the attractions, they work on them, and then they take them down and go to another city. And there's this one in particular called El Tren de la Bruja, the train of the witch.
The witch, yeah.
Which, how is it in Italian?
La strega, il treno della strega.
Il treno della strega.
Esatto.
So this is like a very, it's always like a very masculine man that is in the middle of a train that is going in circles.
Okay.
It's a kid's attraction, but in the middle of this train there is this man disguised as a witch, and he's always so masculine, and the environment is also very masculine and a bit even homophobic, I would say. But you know, he's wearing this gorgeous black dress as a witch, and when you're a kid this is a terrifying attraction, but you grow up and you start to see that there's something accidentally queer about this figure, and I wanted to rescue that figure of this male witch and try to, you know, build around him a narrative which would mirror the sensation of how the male protagonist is trying to meditate and do this exercise of introspection in order to escape his body with this male witch that already has some magic, even if it's with his disguise. Connect them in a way that would speak about how sometimes we have to go to fantasy in order to get a refuge that we cannot find in the hostility of the world.
So was this a theme that you were drawn to, or did you get the inspiration from the figure of the witch in the Nel Treno della Strega?
Exactly.
Did you get the inspiration from that, or did you want to talk about desire in some way and you thought, oh, maybe I could?
Yeah, I mean, it's things that come together. I mean, definitely the first thing was to speak about repressed desire and about how, well, yeah, queer people, they grow up and they are told that they cannot feel the way they feel and they have to discipline the feeling. And it turns inwards, and that was my main thing, to try to make a film about what happens with all of these emotions that are not able to escape the body. And then of course, yeah, everything came together and complemented each idea. And you know, I think it's also a thing about intuition and of memory. You know, when you are working on something, feel like all these memories that you've had and these ideas and films and music that you've listened to, they come to you and they speak to you, and they, you know, they inform the idea in question. So everything came together little by little.
Okay. I found the ending very fascinating, and it's of course open to interpretation. And I wanted to ask you, do you see the ending as a transformation or like as something else entirely? Because I saw it as he's finally found freedom, but it could be a tragedy too. Like you don't know. You see the ending and you don't know. You can interpret whenever, however you want. You can think of it as a tragedy or as a new form of freedom. But I wanted to ask you, how do you see the ending?
Yeah, so it's like a liberation. It's definitely the well, this is a spoiler, I guess.
Oh, it's alright then.
But
spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's, to me, it's a very clear liberation of the character, but it's not just, oh, the main character, he's just winning and getting away with it, but he's paying a price. He is breaking free, let's say, from this crystal ball that was holding him hostage, but he has definitely paid the price. You know, we could think that he has paid with his body in order to reach his object of desire through his spirit, in a way. Like, he didn't mind about violence, he didn't mind about the aggression that was inflicted in his body, because ultimately what he was trying to do was something higher. What he was feeling for this person, it exceeded whatever he thought about his physical self. So we can definitely sense a tragedy in the end, but it's also, I think, liberating.
Freedom comes with a price.
Exactly.
Kind of, okay.
Yeah.
You know, you're a very young filmmaker. You're presenting your work at a major film festival. So how do you see your journey so far? And if you have already any ideas for stories to tell in the future?
Oh yeah. I'm starting to write my feature.
Amazing.
It's gonna take a while, thank you. Once I put it out, I will not be young anymore. But
no, you will still be young.
yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it's super nice to have the chance to have the platform for my films so far here in Berlinale. I think they do support young filmmakers, just as they do more established ones. It's great that they don't really do a differentiation in that, but for me I think it's really helpful right now that I'm facing the first stages of my new project, which is going to be, my first feature. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, that's great. What are you gonna do to celebrate after the premiere? Like tonight, are you gonna do something?
I hope I get some time to spend with my crew who are joining me here, and they are lovely and they are super talented. Hopefully if people get to see the film, they will appreciate their work, and I believe they will. So I really want to celebrate with them. That's the main priority. Maybe have a nice dinner and party a little bit. We're all super tired at the same time, but we will do our best.
I think we're here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.